Welcome to Ulead Pro, the super fast and powerful Facebook custom audience scraper. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look in this video how you can scrape leads off of Facebook, use them in your custom advertising audiences so that you can get lower advertising rates at a targeted audience inside of Facebook. So the first thing that we want to do is log in. So under Ulead Pro, we're going to plug in our username and password and click on login. It'll go through the login process. It'll log you out and log in to make sure that you're on that account. Once you get into that account, it'll get you logged in here. And now what we need to do is we need to do our custom search. Well, on our custom search, we're going to use the new Facebook graph search, which is going to allow us to search for people using sentence like men who live in New York who like internet marketing, or people named Tommy who like yoga and live in the United States, or fans of social media today and internet marketing. Now, there's all kinds of different types of searches. People who live in a place and like a team or checked in at a stadium, people who like and live in, and you fill in those interests there. So we can do any of those search. Let's go ahead and do the men who live in New York, New York, who like internet marketing. So I'll go ahead and grab that, and we'll go back to our Ulead Pro, and we're going to come down to our search, and we're going to plug that search right in here. So men who live in New York, New York, and who like internet marketing. And I'll go ahead and enter to do the search, and it will do that search. And now what we need to do is we need to go through and set the settings. Do we want a maximum number of users? So is there a certain number that you're looking for? We only want to export the Facebook UIDs. That's the information that we're looking for. We can set up the scrollers. Do we want to have a delay in the scrolling with the users? Or we can do a random scroll. I'm going to set this up for a random scroll. And now what we're going to do is we're going to click on Get Users. And what this will do is it'll now start going through the list based on our graph search and start bringing back users. And you'll see that it's slowly growing the list here, and it shows me the number of records created. Currently I have 48, it's up to 60, and it's going to keep going through, grabbing all of these numbers, all these individuals, so that we can create our custom list. Now, it looks like we're up over 100. I'm going to go ahead and stop this just for the purpose of the demonstration. And now if we want to actually take this list and work with it, we need to export it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on Export. It'll bring up and it'll ask me what I want to call this file. And I am going to call this Men in New York Internet. Just something that I know the file later. I'm going to save it. And it's been exported successfully. If I want to actually see that file, I can actually switch over and look at that file. And when I open that file up, what I'm going to see is all of the UIDs for all of those individuals that we found. Now, those UIDs are unique ID numbers that represent all of the individuals that we searched for. So I'm going to go ahead and close that, and I'll close this here. Now, to actually load those into Facebook, to create your custom audience, what you're going to do is you're going to switch over to your Facebook page. And once you get that Facebook page up, and you're going to go to your accounts, and you're going to go to advertising, and you're going to find the audiences button. I'm going to go ahead and click on audiences. It'll take me to my audiences. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an audience. And I'm going to choose the file, and I'm going to do a data file custom audience. Click on data file custom audience. Now we can give it a name. And I'm actually going to put the name in there the same as I did the search. And I'll do that same thing for the description. That'll make it easier for me to tell later on what it is. If you don't want the full name in there, you could do men who live in New York, or you could do men, New York, and internet marketing. So you can do something like that. Just something so that you can tell later on what it is. For the data type, we're going to say that this is the user IDs. And now we need to choose that file. So I'm going to click on Choose File, go out and find that file that I created. Click on Open, and then Create Audience. And now Facebook is going to go through and it's going to import those and create them. And it tells us it might be a little up to 30 minutes before that list is ready. And then we'll just go ahead and say OK. And you can see in here now that I have the Men New York Internet Marketing and the description here with the data file. And for the status, we're waiting on that. So that is how easy Ulead Pro is going to be for you to use to be able to quickly go out and get your custom audience so that you can target them on Facebook with your advertising, which will also give you a lower per click rate on your advertising costs with Facebook's. That's Ulead Pro, the super fast and powerful Facebook custom audience scraper.